When you are a local American media outlet and the BBC reaches out to you, you'd think it's for something like an award, maybe an interview about groundbreaking reporting, or at the very least a polite inquiry about your mission. But when we got the call, it wasn't any of those things. Instead, they asked us one simple, baffling question. Is your newsreader an AI? Yes, you heard that right. Breaking Through News, a platform known for delivering sharp, impactful reporting, has apparently reached such great heights that our YouTube videos have global media titans wondering if we're powered by robots or just incredibly convincing humans. For those keeping track, this is the same BBC that produces some of the world's most acclaimed programming. And now they're playing Sherlock Holmes with our newsreader. It started innocently enough. At 12:06 p.m. on Friday, we received a message from Rose E. Nuji, a journalist with BBC World News. The inquiry wasn't about our reporting, our reach, or even our mission. No, Rose wanted to know who voices our news videos. To her credit, she was polite. She said, "We'd like to know if the newsreader in your videos is a voiceover artist or whether it is an AI-generated voice." We were flattered and slightly unnerved. Was this a compliment, a covert legal probe, or an elaborate prank by a competitor? Rose didn't stop there. She also suggested our newsreader sounds like David Attenborough. Yes, the David Attenborough. Now, while we've always admired his ability to narrate the life cycle of a sea cucumber with poetic gravitas, we had no idea our stories could draw such comparisons. Naturally, we weren't sure whether to blush or call our lawyers. Let's set the record straight. Unless Mr. Attenborough has been moonlighting for us in secret and under an assumed name with work authorization in the United States, he is not on our payroll. I am not David Attenborough. We are both male British voices for sure. However, I am not David Attenborough, for anyone out there who might be confused. What we can't confirm is why the BBC is suddenly so interested in the mechanics of our operation. Is this a tribute? An exposé? A David versus Goliath narrative in the making? Of course, this raises a few questions of our own. Are we about to be the subject of a 4 a.m. documentary about the ethics of AI in journalism? Spoiler, we don't use David Attenborough or his voice. But hey, we'd still like to watch the exposé. And finally, what does David Attenborough think of all this? We'd love to know. The whole interaction felt less like journalism and more like the opening scene of a spy thriller. Encrypted messages, vague inquiries, a 3:30 p.m. video call to discuss further, which, by the way, would make it 8:30 p.m. London time on a Saturday night. Who schedules a work call for prime weekend hours? Was this research, reconnaissance, or maybe a test to see how long it would take for us to crack under the pressure of being compared to a living legend? And why the urgency? Rose did not seem willing to wait till Monday to discuss the BBC's concerns. A video conference on a Saturday night? Is this the BBC's way of telling us we're next in line for a mysterious investigative segment? If so, we humbly request to air before the 4 a.m. time slot. For now, we're playing it cool. We told Rose we'd get back to her, though not before double-checking that our newsreader wasn't secretly David Attenborough pretending to be someone else. In the meantime, we'll keep doing what we do best, delivering quality news, while the BBC tries to figure out if we're staffed by humans, cyborgs, or David Attenborough himself. So if you catch a BBC programme about the rise of AI in independent media this week, and they don't name names, just know we're probably the stars of that story. Stay tuned. To stay up to date on the latest breaking news, subscribe to Breaking Through News on the Newsbreak app or at breakingthrough.com.